Hi everyone, Dakota. How's everybody doing? I thought I would come on and say hello and give you an update on what's going on with Dr. Umar Johnson. As everybody knows, he's been squandering the money that he's been getting from donations for his school in Wilmington, Delaware, the Federal Douglas Marcus Garvey School for high school for boys and girls. And the money's gone. His accounts have been frozen and everybody wants to know where the money is. He scammed a lot of people. Um, no one knows he was a sole proprietor. He had no board members to answer to, so only he can answer about where the money might have gone. But he has come online to update us on the situation because, as it turns out, the building that he bought for the school, the building that was supposed to be the school for the boys and girls, it's going to be sold. It's going to be auctioned off. I believe he purchased it for $400,000 some years ago, 6 years ago, and nothing has been done in the school. There's no electricity. It's been ransacked. It looked like he was using it as a storage unit. He's been traveling all over the world. A couple of women have come on other podcast shows giving interviews about how he was trying to fly them out when they just really wanted to do business and help the school out and give their time and volunteer. And all he was interested in is sex. This is what two women. This is what two women said. But the most important part is now the school is going to be foreclosed on. It's going to be sold. And Dr. Umar is crying racism. That's what I want to know. Do you guys think it is racism? He said that, well, I'm going to show you the clip, but in the clip, I'm just summarizing it. He said that he got no notice. There was one notice, but someone stole it and took it off the door. And then they put another notice, and one of his friends found the notice and gave it to him. But he got no email, he got no phone call, he got no text message, he got nothing. Just that the school is going to be gone. And I can tell he's really spiraling out of control on the situation because, as it turns out, getting donations from people, and he received money in the millions in the last 10 years or so. Millions. I mean, not upper millions, but lower millions, but that's still a lot of money. And nothing has been done. He came online, he was begging for money. He said that a friend of mine called me and said, listen, I need to borrow a couple of dollars. And he looked to his account, and his accounts are frozen. His personal accounts were frozen, and his the school account was frozen, where he got all the money for his nonprofit school. So now he's online again, crying racism, saying he needs money, and he wants everybody to go out and protest with him. He wants everybody to go out and protest with him as if we have nothing more important to protest about. All right? So, I don't know. I used to like Dr. Umar Johnson, but he turned out to be, I don't know, like dusty, basically. That's all I can say. He was living off of donations, millions of dollars of donations. From what I understand, he was making approximately $300,000 a year for the last few years with nothing to show for it. No electricity. The building has mold all on the outside. No car, no house, no nothing. So let me let you hear all of this in his words. He's online now, and he wants us to help him, kind of sort of begging for money, and also he wants us to protest. All right, let me put this clip on for you guys.
FDMG Academy bank accounts are still frozen. Dr. Umar personal bank account is still frozen. Dr. Umar personal bank account is still frozen. Brothers and sisters, we are fighting this war against FDMG and Dr. Umar Ifatunde. We are fighting this war against FDMG and Dr. Umar Ifatunde. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. So not only are the accounts frozen, make sure y'all hit my Venmo and my PayPal. PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist. PayPal.me/Umar the Psychologist, or tap my Venmo.
Excuse me, but if your accounts were frozen, how do you have PayPal and Venmo? Because you have to attach an account to them. Or do you have to attach a credit card? Well, I know Venmo is a bank account, so we know that for sure. PayPal, you may be able to put a credit card on there. I don't know. I don't have PayPal. But let's continue the clip.
Text me for the links to donate to FDMG. Text me for the links to support Dr. Umar. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. On August the 5th, brothers and sisters, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a notice to auction off the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy campus for unpaid vacant property registration fees. I repeat, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a lien to auction off the campus we bought, the campus we've been working on for 6.5 years. I was not notified of this. We were not notified of this. This past weekend, without an email, this past weekend, without a letter in the mail, this past weekend, without a phone call, the city of Wilmington put a notice on the door handle of both of our schools, informing me that if we don't pay the past due vacant property registration fees and outstanding utilities by the 25th of Black August, they will sell our campus.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you don't pay your bills on your property, then the government is eventually going to swoop in and take it, right? So, I mean, he looks really stressed here, doesn't he? He looks really stressed. I don't blame him. I would be stressed too. But if you don't pay your bills, the government is going to come in and take your damn property. This is America. This is the way it works. Why is he so surprised that they want to take his property? And I am not happy that they want to take his property. I wish it would have succeeded because I wanted to see the results, his proteges, how the young men were going to become young men under, a lot of the young men didn't have fathers. So maybe Umar could have been a father figure and helped these young boys. But he's on here complaining, and I'm not to the left or to the right, but he's complaining that he was done wrong. You know, I mean, you took millions of dollars. You didn't pay the fees for the building, the abandoned building. So what did you expect? No, all jokes aside, what did you expect? What do you expect the government to do? Just let you continue to keep the building when someone could buy it and make some use out of it? And the city could get their taxes? I don't know. Let's continue the clip, and maybe it'll get better.
Brothers and sisters, can I ask you a question?
Yep.
Why were we not notified that they were going to try to sell our campus? Brothers and sisters, why are they trying to sell our campus at the very moment that our accounts are frozen? Brothers and sisters, is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that the city of Wilmington is trying to sell properties that we own and have been working on continuously behind our backs? They were going to sell our schools behind our backs. They didn't even tell us that they were going to try to sell our schools. We received no notice in the mail. We received no notice by email. We received no phone calls at all. that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door handle. Somebody stole one set.
Now, how can we believe it? How can we believe that they did not notify him in any way except the one notice that the lady got? How do we believe him? Is he trustworthy? Is he an honest human being? Does it seem like he have morals? How can we believe him? This is just a question. It's just a question. Just asking. I don't know, but let's continue.
Of notifications and sent it to the YouTubian struggle streamers. Somebody stole the Frederick Douglass High School paperwork off the front door and sent it to the struggle streamers. But luckily for us, Sister Ra Ebony was able to get the paperwork off the Marcus Garvey School before the haters stole that paperwork. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe that they were going to sell the school, and they wanted to sell the school before we found out. I believe that they wanted to sell the school before we found out. We were not supposed to know that they were going to sell our school. Why do I say that? We were given no notification. We received no letter in the mail. We received no email. We received no phone call that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a...
All right. You know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen in the future? He's saying that they did not notify him via email, via text message, just one note on the door, which one lady happened to find. I suspect that eventually, and it won't be long from now, the city will be able to produce the receipts of how they tried to notify him. I think that maybe he just had blinders on. He just didn't want to know what was going to happen, only because of his past behaviors, with the way he squandered the money, and there's nothing happening with the school. I heard that he allegedly doesn't even like young children. So as you can tell, I struggle a little bit because, not because, I believed him, because now I don't, but, it was just promising of what he wanted to do. Teach the kids agriculture. They had to come to school in business suits. I mean, I had hopes, but now I have no more hopes. Okay, so let's continue the clip.
Notice on the door. In a low-income neighborhood, they put a notice on the door with rubber band and masking tape. They put a notice on the school front door with a rubber band and masking tape.
They always do.
Brothers and sisters, it gets worse. Back in April, when I found out about the overdue vacant property registration fees, I had asked the city of Wilmington if they could retroactively apply our nonprofit waiver. According to the nonprofit waiver for the city of Wilmington, if you are a nonprofit organization, they will waive your vacant property registration fees for 4 years. If you are a nonprofit organization in the city of Wilmington, they will waive your nonprofit vacant property.
Okay, so here we go. Here we go back again to, if you were a nonprofit, they would waive the fee. You just said back in April you knew about the fee. And I'm pretty sure you said you wanted to get that fee waived. It didn't take them, what's this, April, May, June, July, August. It didn't take them 4 months to make a decision. I don't know, but I doubt it very much. And also you said that they could waive this fee for you because you were a nonprofit. But you said you didn't want this school, you didn't want the government to have any hand in it. You didn't want them to have any money in it. You wanted it to be totally donations from black citizens. But nonprofit is government. Here you are saying you didn't want government, but you went to the government to see if they could waive the fee for you. So you're talking out this side of your face? And you're talking out this side of your face, okay? That fat face. So you're really not making any sense. The best thing for you to do is, like I said in my other video, go and get a job. You're, I believe, 51, 52, something like that years old. You're just skimming your ability to be a productive member of society. You're walking on the fence. You can do it, can't. You can't get. I don't know. I am not believing Umar Johnson. I said it. I don't know what's true and what's not true, but I am not believing him. I'm sorry. I wish I could, because I believe that I believe that his intentions were good in the beginning. I do. I will give him that. I believe he's an educated man, I guess. He says he is. But I believe that his intentions were good. But he saw the money, and the money got good to him. I guess the women were swarming around giving him booty because he had money, and now everything went to shit. But let's continue this clip.
Registration fees for 4 years. If they would have applied our nonprofit vacant property registration waiver, we would owe absolutely nothing. We would owe absolutely nothing. We would owe absolutely nothing. But I asked them, and they ignored my emails for 4 months. They ignored my phone calls for 4 months. They ignored our emails for 4 months. They ignored our phone calls for 4 months. And instead, the first time I hear from them since April, the first time I hear from them since contacting them April, asking them to apply our vacant property registration fee waiver to the past 4 years so we would owe absolutely nothing, they ignored me since April. They ignored me since April. No phone call, no email.
No, Umar. They didn't ignore you. You ignored the bill. We all have to pay our bill. And you were making a hell of a lot of more money than most people I know. Most people I will probably ever know. You need to stop playing the victim. You know how you could get, if you can, a little bit more respect now? Just fess up. Just fess up. I mean, I don't know the legal ramifications of what you did. I don't know if the law is going to come after you. I don't know if you're going to have to pay some of that money back. I don't know if some of that money is going to have to come out of your ass, so to speak. But the best thing for you to do is to come on to the social media and say, listen, everybody, I was wrong. My intentions were good in the beginning, but the devil just took a hold of me and I fucked up. That's what you can do. And I'm looking for a job. You know, I'm educated. I blah, blah, blah. I want to do this, do that. I want to help this. I want to help that. But I guess he really doesn't, because he seems to be like a selfish narcissist, because right now he's not taking any responsibility for what he has done. Zero accountability. No responsibility. This is a downfall of people. When you have all that fake faux pride and you can't see what you did was wrong, you may never see. All right, let me stop talking and keep the clip going.
Nothing in the postal mail since April. And the first thing we find out, the first time we hear from them since April, is a letter on the front door of the school, affixed with a rubber band and masking tape. A rubber band and masking tape. Brothers and sisters,
The way they always do.
giving us 20 days to pay these back taxes. We already paid $30,000 for water that we don't even use. We just paid $30,000 to the city of Wilmington for water that we don't even use. And now we got to pay another $30,000 for vacant property registration fees that we shouldn't even owe, because we should have a waiver. We should have a waiver.
But it's a government waiver. It's a government waiver, and you don't want government waivers. It's a government waiver. You had the money. You made $300,000 last year. 30,000 is just 10% of it. You had the money. I just have a thing for people who play the victim, especially men. I am not a feminist, and I believe that a man is a man and a woman is a woman. But when a man starts acting like a woman, I'm sorry, I just can't get with it. I just can't. I know I'm talking too much, but that's what you're here for, right? Let's continue.
We should have a waiver. And it gets worse, brothers and sisters.
Uh-oh.
It gets worse because they are raising the vacant property registration fee. They are raising the vacant property registration fee this fall from $5,000 a year to $12,000 a year. I'm going to say it again. They are raising the vacant property registration fee this fall from $5,000 a year to $12,000 a year.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter because it won't be your school anymore.
Brothers and sisters, I want y'all to get ready for a protest. I want all FDMG donors and supporters to get ready for a protest. We may have to march on City Hall, brothers and sisters. We may have to march on City Hall because of the racism. I'm going to call it what it is, racism. Discriminatory treatment. Why did we get no notification that y'all were going?
You know what? I wish I would go out there and protest because Umar Johnson did not pay his bills. If I'm going to go out and protest anything, maybe it might be the redistricting of the maps in Texas. So, I mean, if that happens, black people's vote won't ever matter again. Maybe I'll do that. Or maybe the way they just throwing people in concentration camps in Alcatraz and all that, even though I don't feel sorry for them because that's what they voted for. If I was going to protest, that's what I would be protesting. I would not be protesting a grown man that's bigger and stronger than I am, that is jobless, and does not accept any responsibility or does not take any accountability. I mean, the solution is easy. Just fess up to what you did and go and get a job. That is the answer. I can't wait to see how this plays out. This is one guy. He has a YouTube channel. I just came across it like a week ago. Never heard of him. His name is Lennon. He's a black guy named Lennon. And all he talks is Umar Johnson. For years, Umar, for years. That's all. I mean, talking about receipts, I think he lives with Umar. He has all the receipts. But this guy, he does YouTube channels, YouTube videos for 4 and 5 hours. I'm amazed. I mean, he just sit there and he talks for 4 or 5 hours about Umar Johnson. And the thing about it is he's so good at it, it makes you feel like, if you're cooking or cleaning, it makes you feel like, he's just in a room with you talking, have a conversation. But the point is, his name is Lennon, Lenon. I don't know him, but his channel is very funny and he is long-winded and I respect that. But let's continue the clip.
Going to sell our schools. Why did you not respond to any of our emails to retroactively apply our vacant property registration fee waiver? I knew they didn't want Dr. Umar in Wilmington. I didn't know it was this bad. I knew that the power structure, I'm not talking about the brothers and sisters in the community. They love us. Shout out to our Wilmington, Delaware family. Shout out to our Wilmington, Delaware family. They love Dr. Umar and FDMG. I'm talking about the power structure of Wilmington, Delaware.
It's a possibility. There's a strong possibility that he could be right. They may be, speaking of racist people, maybe they did not want a black school, or maybe they did not want Dr. Umar to succeed. Maybe, I mean, there is a strong possibility, with the racism and fascism that's going on in America right now, there is a possibility that he could be on to something. But the problem is, if you don't pay your bills, you're giving them what they want. So it's still your fault. Right? I know y'all agree with me.
We knew they didn't want us in that city, but we didn't know they would go this far as to ignore us for 4 months and try to sell the school behind our backs. I didn't know they would go this far as to ignore us for 4 months and try to sell the school behind our backs. I didn't know they would go this far to ignore us for 4 months and try to sell our schools that we've been working on for 6.5 years behind our backs. So brothers and sisters, this is what we're going to do. We're going to fight like hell to get our money from the bank. We're going to pay off this vacant property registration fee waiver. And we might still have a protest at City Hall because this is wrong, brothers and sisters.
No, we won't.
I have emailed the mayor. I have gotten no response. I have emailed the chief of staff. I have gotten no response. I have emailed the city council president. I have gotten no response. So brothers and sisters, I'm going to meet with my team and we're going to decide if we're going to go ahead and have this protest. And it ain't going to be one. We're going to do multiple protests. And we're going to invite our donors and supporters from across the state of Delaware, our donors and supporters across the United States, and our donors and supporters across the entire planet. We may have to march on Delaware to let them know that you don't treat black people like this. Because if I was white, I wouldn't have been treated like this. If we were Asian, we wouldn't have been treated like this. If we were Arab, we wouldn't have been treated like this.
You would have been treated like that. Anybody who did not pay their bill would have been treated like that. You're not comparing apples and apples. You got the apples and you got the oranges. The apples pay their bills. The oranges don't pay their bills. Okay? You got to get over to the other side and pay your bills. Then you can talk and say, well, I paid my bill. Mr. Lee paid his bill. Miss Marrera, Jesus, I'm trying to think of an immigrant name, paid his bill. So why are they treating me like this? Then you would have a leg to stand on. But no, not when you don't pay your bills, you don't have a leg to stand on.
If we were Jewish, we wouldn't have been treated like this. But we were treated like this because we were black. How dare you ignore us for 4 months and then put a sign on our door without even telling us that you're going to sell our properties? Brothers and sisters, why didn't we receive a certified letter? Why didn't we receive a certified letter? Why didn't we receive an email? Why didn't we receive a phone call? Oh, we not going to quit. We not going to give in. The only thing left on the elementary school is to lay down the tile. We going to lay down this tile. And
okay, you know what? I just saw breaking news that's more important than Umar Johnson. And it says that Trump sends 800 National Guard troops to crack down on DC crime. So the National Guard troops have taken over the DC Police Department, and now they're going to crack down on crime, which is at an all-time low. Maybe Dr. Umar can get a job in the regime. I'm just talking. All right, let's continue this clip.
we're going to apply for our certificate of occupancy. We're going to lay down this tile, and we're going to apply for our certificate of occupancy. We're going to lay down this tile, and we're going to apply for our certificate of occupancy. And if we have trouble getting our inspection and certificate of occupancy, we will have to march. We will have to march. We might march anyway, brothers and sisters. We're not giving up. We're not giving up, brothers and sisters. We're not giving up. We need y'all to call the mayor of Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the mayor's chief of staff in Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the city council president of Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the commissioner of license and inspections of Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the vacant property office of Wilmington, Delaware, and demand that those unjust fees be removed from our account. Let them know that you are a donor of FDMG. Let them know you are a supporter of FDMG. And let them know that if this situation is not rectified, we will march on the city and we will sue the city of Wilmington, Delaware. We will sue the city of Wilmington, Delaware for racism and discriminatory treatment. If you need to reach me, 2159.
But, but, if you sue, then they're going to start digging into what happened to all those millions of dollars. Because when you have a nonprofit, you're supposed to be accountable. You can pay yourself a paycheck, but you can't have all of it. So, come on now. Everybody knows he's not going to sue because it'll put him in if it'll put him in trouble if he's not already in trouble. Some people, you just wonder where some people's brains are.
9899858 text message only. 215-989-9858 text message only. 215-989-9858 text message only.
No.
This is your brother, Dr. Umar Tunde, letting you know that I'm still standing for black people. I'm still riding for black boys, and we will open the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy.
Delusional. He said that we will open the Marcus Garvey Academy, but it's probably going to be gone if you don't come up with those tens of thousands of dollars. It's probably going to be gone. And why are you still in a car? I'm not the only person that noticed this, but every time he gets on YouTube and makes videos, he's either outside or he's in a car, and it's always a different car. It's been said that he just takes the money, allegedly. Everything I say is allegedly. But he just takes the money that he gets from donors, and from what I understand, it's a lot of women, because women like strong, handsome men. And he gets hotels, and he travels, and he gets rental cars. That's why he's always in a car. I don't know. And a couple of YouTubers have the receipts on his situation. So this is the second video I did with Dr. Umar Johnson, and it certainly won't be the last. Because listen, I am not happy with his downfall, because I really wanted to see the outcome of his dream. I wanted to see I fell for it for a minute. I was so happy that he was in the world, and he's in Pennsylvania, I'm in Pennsylvania, but just a little distances apart. But I can't wait to see what's going to happen with Dr. Umar Johnson. I hope something good happens to him. I think he might need some help, but he needs to figure out a way to return every red cent of the money that he squandered, if he did squander it. And if he did not squander it, which I hope he didn't, where is it? And can some people get some of their money back? Where is it? I'm not going to say I'm rooting for you, but I'm rooting for the people to get some of their money back. And once the school is gone, and will people still send him donations even though the school is gone? Some people will, that. They'll feel sorry for him. Maybe some lonely female may say, well, why don't you just come live with me for a while? You never know. You never know. That might not be a bad thing for him. So this is Dakota. I just wanted to bring this video to you because it looks like Umar's school might be on the auction block. After all this time, he's going to miss that school, even though he didn't do anything with it. But still, it's property. When people have property is and money and insurance policies. That's all we have. It's important. Property is important. I'm pretty sure that he had some kind of pride that went along with it, even though he didn't do anything with it. Who knows where his mindset. Maybe he thought, well, eventually I'll get to it. Or maybe he thought, no, this is my gravy train. I'm loving it. I'm making, well over 6 figures a year with this scam. Who knows? But the truth will come out. So this is Dakota. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. You guys know I'm a new channel trying to grow, so I would really appreciate it. And as I always say, I paint pictures, and if you want to purchase one, just let me know in the comments, and I usually put the pictures up after my videos. So everybody have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.